Well, welcome to another episode of the Woodies Podcast. Jamie, why don't you introduce our guest today?
We've already started.
Sorry, go on.
This is Jade from HEMPRESS Rising.
HEMPRESS Rising, okay.
Jade is the greatest chocolate maker I've ever known.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Honestly, it's fantastic, dude. I was just talking earlier about this spicy chocolate. I sniff it. I go downstairs. I haven't even used it yet. I just get it and I sniff it. Oh. It's proper Moorish.
We should do a candle. We should do the chocolate CBD type candle. Yeah.
Well, could you eat the candle after you?
I mean,
edible
why
one.
not?
Yeah. Melted chocolate.
No, you put the candle on and then you pour it over your ice cream.
That'd be cool. Yeah, no, I'm into it.
No, but she's amazing. So I'm really bad at chocolate. I've tried because especially in lockdown, I needed to try and make more chocolate. Mm-hmm. And I did. Actually, I should have done what you told me the other week. But I basically went out. I bought Belgian chocolate. I tried to, because you're supposed to hold it. If you can hold it on your hand and it doesn't melt,
right?
Then you've done it right, right?
Yeah.
So I was putting it on my mat and it was just melting. It was like I felt like Superman. Right?
Yeah,
it just melted in my hand, dude. So I tried, and I went on YouTube, and I went up, and then I was trying to cool it, and then it's quite hard to cool it, and then you're trying to heat it again, and it just didn't work out. Yeah. I was quite embarrassed about it.
Yeah, you've got to get those cacao molecules all like in line.
It's really tough. I mean, I think the whole thing about chocolate is quite. I went to what's it called, St. Lucia, and there's a chocolate factory. They do all the cocoa, the raw thing, but it's horrible.
Okay.
Dude, the chocolate's horrible. When you first have the chocolate, like when it's raw from the cocoa thing, it's bitter and nice. Quite a lot goes into it to make it like that. But so I think seeing that, having bad success tempering, and then seeing her chocolate,
okay,
it made me. I've hung up my chocolate boots for good.
And you're outsourcing.
No more fucking chocolate.
How did you get started?
Do you know what? I got into the chocolate making by accident, really. I was working with a hemp farm. Was like managing events for them, helping a bit with some production stuff, and there was loads of like product left over from when they were doing their CBD extractions. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to turn it into some edibles, and there was some organic chocolate kicking around. We had a surplus of that as well, so that's how I started off, was just using some nice organic dark chocolate and adding in this
melting it down, just normal.
Yeah, just regular chocolate.
Tempering it or?
No, I didn't even know about tempering really. Well, I did, but I didn't really. I was just making it, and it worked out. It was great, and it went down really well.
Wow.
And then I started realising obviously it's full of sugar, and actually I want to make a product that sick people can have, anyone going through cancer and chemo treatments can have. So that's when I got onto trying to make the organic raw chocolate from scratch myself. No refined sugar, no dairy. And then gradually sort of, I guess as like supply and demand sort of went, I've just been really busy making chocolate for like 4 years now. It was just a total accident. So I guess I would kind of feel the chocolate, and I guess I'd be tempering it, but without really realising. It wasn't actually until fairly recently I started using the digital thermometer just to really check.
Temperature down.
Just to really check what I'm doing. I think I've done it by feeling. It's just what I do.
So
I hate researching stuff. I love like books and stuff. I love finding stuff out about plant medicine. But when it comes to recipes, I feel like a cheat if I'm like looking
stuff up.
Yeah, I like to feel it myself. It's always been.
What are you putting in there to make it taste sweeter? Rather than because the sugar, my mum would love that, because you're not feeding the candida.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all that sort of stuff, so it's perfect if you're not going through it.
I use dates a lot actually to sweeten stuff. Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of. I mean, a lot of raw chocolates use coconut sugar. That can be kind of tough to get down to a fine enough unless you've got like big equipment. If you're just making it by hand, usually these things aren't the best. But even sort of stuff like agave is really good. Lucuma, it's like a fruit, a South American fruit. You get that in a powder form. That's really good. But yeah.
What products do you currently offer then? So what do you do at the moment?
Mostly I'm making chocolate on bulk.
I saw the spoon earlier, so a bit of chocolate on the spoon.
Yeah, hot chocolate stirrers.
It looks amazing.
It's just a really.
I'm a big fan of that.
It's just a really great way of like delivering that. You get a really nice boost from the cacao, loads of iron, potassium, magnesium, anandamides as well. If you know what anandamides are, if not, they're
producing cannabinoids.
Exactly.
Tell me about those. I haven't got
Anandamide.
So anandamides essentially is the bliss molecule, and cannabinoids and cacao both release those.
Okay.
So that's why you just get that really uplifted, blissed out feeling when you have one of these hot chocolate stirrers. And actually in a hot drink, it's great. It just seems to get into your system a lot better.
He doesn't drink hot drinks.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a hot drinker.
No, dude. I went to make him a cup of tea. He looked at me like, you should come back.
Really?
I was like, dude, man,
In your house,
you're like, break out the tea, man. He doesn't like hot drinks.
Tea and coffee's no hot. I have a hot chocolate. I'm off
Yeah,
chocolate at the moment, so I can't try any of your
Okay.
amazing chocolate, unfortunately, because I'm on my missus, as I spoke about, she bakes, and I had to. You know, when if you're sat with a Tupperware box of brownies and you're eating them like crisps, that's when you know you shouldn't be doing that and you're in trouble. So I thought,
creosote, man. One more wafer thin mint.
it's terrible. It's terrible. It's really bad. So what are your plans? Where would you like to go with this eventually? What are your thoughts for the future? Where do you see this all going?
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we want. Yes.
I mean, there's a bunch of other products I've been making too. In the summer months, I make ice cream from hemp seeds.
Awesome.
So I make milk from the hemp seeds, like complete source of protein, zero cholesterol.
Yeah, so I suppose you can do that just like almond milk, right? You make from
Totally.
hemp.
Literally,
Oh,
it's
good.
so simple. We should do a little video doing that.
Yeah,
literally,
no, I'll do
two
that,
cups
try
of 2 cups of mineral water, 1 cup of hemp seeds, blitz it, put it through a nut milk bag.
And then
You're done.
in the bag. And was it
Milk the hemp.
And does it taste? What's the name? Does it taste weedy?
It's lovely. Not weedy. It's kind of nutty. I'd say a little bit nutty.
Yeah, because my mum does that.
Yeah.
So she makes milk out of all mad different things. So like almond milk and it's
Nice.
but dude, it comes
They're
out.
on the hemp seeds.
But it
they're
comes out like
amazing.
milk.
Yeah.
It's like milk coloured.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is. It's milk.
Oh, dude, you can make up tea with it.
Really?
Dude, but you can do it out of any nut, right? You can do it out of.
Oh yeah, I've
any
seen
nut.
like
nuts,
almond
oats,
milk
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff.
They've been doing it with like peas, like yellow peas. I think.
So it just made me wonder if you can do it. So why bother taking it from cows?
Well, exactly. I don't really know. I don't know.
I know it doesn't. I know it tastes a bit different, but I was like, when I was.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
cow's
I was
milk.
blown away though when I saw my because it's not dairy, is it?
Mm-mm.
It's quite incredible.
All your products, are they completely vegan? All of them?
Everything's vegan. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Organic, no refined sugar, and delicious.
Yeah,
Like, can I
yeah.
say that with no ego?
Yeah, that's
it's
hard
good.
to
It's
do
good to
as
do
well.
that,
Dude.
yeah.
It's hard
Yeah.
to make it good and hard to make it good and taste good at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen my mum eats them stuff and she eats the drinks and the wheat grass.
Yeah. Oh, there's some grim stuff out there.
It's absolutely nasty.
Have you ever tried the hemp juice? Have you ever tried?
No,
Oh
dude.
my gosh, that's next level. It's amazing. Juice the leaves and the buds. It makes this super potent, like spicy little shot. Honestly, have a shot of this juice. Literally, like you're
made from the plant.
It just uplifts you so much.
Made from the plant. So
Totally.
like a wheatgrass shot type thing.
Yeah,
Made
but
from
with hemp. Yeah, add a little bit of apple juice to sweeten it, or don't. I really like the taste of it myself, and it just honestly the boost you get
And
from
certain
that,
part
it's
of the plant,
next level.
What part of the plant are you using?
You can use the
or whole
leaves,
plant?
flowers,
Stem?
all of it. Yeah, all of it. Maybe I probably wouldn't put the stems through because they're quite like woody.
I wonder if you could do that with like a normal THC plant.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of the plants for sure.
And I suppose
it's
you
not something
wouldn't-
that's going to get you
but
really high.
It's
It's
not
the
because
THCA.
There's no
isn't it?
your
Yeah.
THCA, you won't decarbonate
Yeah.
it, so you're it might probably be good for all sorts of ailments and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good for you.
Brilliant.
Try it. We have to try it. Bring the juice
You must
in.
have tried making chocolate with hemp and stuff like that. No?
I use hemp
Or-
seeds in chocolate. Yeah.
and flavoured it, or that's what I want to try.
There's a chocolate bar that I make with hemp seed and cacao nibs and like white mulberries. It's quite nice.
Dude, where did you learn all this?
Yeah,
mad
where
stuff
did you
from?
learn? How did you get into it? That's
Literally,
amazing.
since I was like a tiny
Like
kid.
live in the jungle or something?
Yeah, like, I wish I would love to live in the jungle for a bit.
Back when I used to live in the
That's-
Amazon forest.
Yeah.
Back in day. Yeah,
No, I know you worked on a
since
hemp
I can
farm, didn't
remember.
you? You worked
just
on a
for a
hemp
bit,
farm.
yeah, just for a bit. But literally, that was a dream. Like actually, you know.
In England on a hemp
Yeah,
farm.
in England, in
Oh
Oxfordshire.
my
there's-
Yeah, what's the legalities?
Hemp
So is hemp
running
a
through the
legal
fields.
plant, or what's the
Yeah,
legalities
no,
there?
I mean, she's probably better.
Yeah, well, how does it?
No, it's not legal.
Right.
You need a license to grow it.
Okay.
it's really notoriously difficult to get a license. A couple of the farms I know have had licenses revoked, or actually what they can produce, sort of their levels of what they can produce changed. Like one, for instance, is just seed and stalk. They have to destroy all their flowers and leaves. It's awful. It's really bad.
Why they do that? Legislation.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. But essentially, from what I understand, it's civil law rather than criminal law. Obviously, if you're on a big scale, it's probably a different story.
Right.
But if you've got just hemp, do you know what? I go and feed the birds and I throw hemp seeds around my little North London borough and whatever just
I
pops
guess
up.
they eat them, right?
No, they eat some of them. Some of them just grow, and
Oh, that's great.
so you get just these little hemp plants
Oh,
popping up
that's great.
everywhere.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I'll go and forage a few leaves for my salad.
Where's your source of hemp seeds?
The ones I had for ages were some that are some of them are UK ones. A lot of them are imports now, unfortunately.
You know, can you buy like a big old sack of hemp seeds?
Yeah, you can.
Like
Yeah.
in a normal shop or no?
Yeah, I mean, you can buy them for food.
Yeah,
right?
the seeds are legal.
The ones that you're getting in the health food shop, you can, that you're making your milk with, you can
So you
sow.
can get in the health food shop, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can plant them, I suppose.
That's the bit where it gets squirrely.
I mean, you can throw
You
them
can't
around.
germinate them, can you?
Yeah.
That's the,
No, you can't.
Because I've been in shops and they have actual
Yeah.
marijuana seeds
Yeah.
there, so you can sell the seeds.
Yeah.
It's just a weird. Once you start planting them, then it gets a bit squirrely. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
we did germinate some seeds. There was a little protest actually in like a little pause of lockdown. We went to New Scotland Yard.
planted
And did some planting some hemp seeds out
that's
there.
great.
That was cool.
That's
really
amazing.
good.
We were just talking
Locked
about.
them over Buckingham Palace or something.
Yeah. Man, they've probably got loads out there.
Yeah, they're probably
It's a
doing their own
beautiful
They've got
thing.
their own grow, innit?
Yeah.
We were just talking
Yeah.
about Black the Ripper, R.I.P. There's a picture of him when he's outside Scotland Yard with the two big weed plants. Just
Yeah.
used to just roll about smoking and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
He was a big advocate, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's such a strange situation. Is it frustrating for you to having to work to certain regulations? And obviously speaking with Jamie earlier about the frustrations that he's found working in a market that's still perceived a certain way and that kind of stuff. How have you found the market, and how has it been frustrating for you?
I mean, it's not easy. I mean, we've been there for the last, I say we, the royal we. I've been there sort of, the past years, sort of trying to pave the way for a better future for the UK and cannabis medicine. And there's a lot of false info out there. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. And you mentioned earlier about the novel foods. This is a new thing that's come in. Any edible cannabis products, I say cannabis meaning CBD, meaning hemp. It's all the same thing, so the FSA are now regulating cannabinoids as a novel food. So if you want to,
Unbelievable. How can you say it's not food?
So what does that mean exactly?
It's been consumed for thousands of years.
Post 1997, I think it is considered to be any new foods past 1997 needs to go through the novel food process.
Right.
So if basically they're saying it hasn't been consumed before 1997.
Wow.
So it's been consumed.
I mean, it's in the Bible and it's in the Sikh book, the Guru Granth Sahib.
I
So
think their argument is that it's as an isolated compound.
Okay.
it's not
That
isolated.
makes no
Surely
sense.
like a whole plant extract.
No, whole plant extract fine, but CBD.
Full spectrum.
But that will go now. You won't get full spectrum.
No, I mean I've applied for license for full spectrum and for the broad spectrum. If you don't know what broad spectrum is, it's essentially it's the same detail but has the THC removed completely, so like a bastardized version of the extract,
Right.
which they've been trying to sort of. It's quite scary actually. They've been trying to sneak that in the last few years. The $1 billion companies that are getting it here. It's terrifying.
How's your? It's expensive though. I mean, I went to one place. They wanted. It wasn't so much the application is expensive. It's all the testing you have to do for the application.
Yeah.
So you have to take the product.
Yeah.
You have to take it. And you have to get a report made on it by MEMI, whatever they're called, and then you get another report like from you go to FARA, which is a government registered laboratory. And I know them quite well. I used them before.
Okay.
Like, they test my stuff that I used to make. To send them up all different samples, and they get back to me going, no, this one's THC level was way too high.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. But they, you'd have to go test from there, and that's another $4,000. And then, so by the time you've gone around, it would accumulate in like sort of 25,000 per formula. So if you've got
Per item,
so
literally.
you've got 3 different formulas. But there's things like I was talking to someone, a lawyer the other day, like Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
they're banking on the fact that they can get a plain model made, or an application for a normal oil, or buy an oil from someone that's got one application, and then if they change the flavour, it's acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that. But then also what I found out is they've delayed it as well now a few more months.
Okay.
They've extended the deadline.
Okay. Have they?
Yeah.
That's not, do you know what? Because I only found out that I needed to do all this like something like 2 weeks ago. It seemed like I'd be covered for what I make under my wholesalers, but it turns out it's not the case. You have to have your own individual license. And so I'd found all this out on sort of the Thursday or Friday of like last week or something. And then, so I'd
Deadline's today.
It's today, yeah, it's today.
But it's not now. I think it's the end of
It's been
April.
extended now.
See, this was going to be my little celebration, was today. That's why when you said come on the 31st, I was like, I'm there, yeah.
I think it's been extended.
Yeah, but
so I hear,
but not the.
quietly
I'm
extended.
sure the full spectrum. The full spectrum whole plant extract. So over that weekend, I managed to get in touch with the guy that runs the lab. It's my wholesaler, and I spoke with him. I was like just pestering him. Got to Monday, and he was like, "Yeah, it's changed over the weekend, and the deadline for full spectrum is tomorrow."
Oh.
It was like, I think it's going to be too late. So I was there at my laptop from 8 a.m. till 1:30 a.m.
it
just
done.
like,
surely the full
you know.
spectrum is too complicated anyway, because you don't know what 80 compounds are in the first place. It's unknown.
Well, this is it. But
How are you
broad
supposed to do
spectrum is
that?
exactly the same, but without the THC. That's it. And surely that's more of a novel food because they've manhandled it. Like it's not just a straight up extract.
It's been played around with.
Yeah,
It's a tough one.
they've isolated a cannabinoid and
But
removed
are they going
it.
to be able to enforce it? How are they going to stop the independent websites?
I think it's this is it. I think it's going to be like
A joke.
to do with absolutely. But I think it's going to be to do with location. It's going to be like local authorities.
I think it's going to be wholesalers. I think if you're going to Sainsbury's with 1 million cans of I saw some cans CBD cans. I mean I think the CBD is certainly the price is going to plummet now a lot.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of phone calls recently from people looking to come over from Europe, going, England's prices are so unbelievably high still.
Mm-hmm.
We can come in and cut that by a third,
Yeah.
So I think that's going to kill it. Novel Food's going to kill all the boutique, nice little places people are going to be a bit
All the
scared.
grassroots businesses, they're screwed.
Which
It's
is
really
Are they
bad.
going to enforce it? Are they going to come and say, if you're a website seller, are they going to say no? I don't think so. I mean, I was talking with the Hemp Health guys the other day. They're selling illegal flour online.
Yeah.
Not THC flour, CBD flour. So and they've been selling it for. It's illegal. They've been selling it for 4 years.
If it's just CBD, why is it illegal?
Yeah, well, there's
Right.
legislation.
Okay.
Again, I think it depends who you are and where you are, doesn't
But
it?
I said to him, I was like, dude, have you even has anyone ever knocked on your door? I said, you must have had a letter saying you can't sell it. Never. Not
Really?
once.
Nothing.
This
Not
is
once.
it. There was those two shops in Brighton like a couple of years ago. Is it Hemp Life, and there was a little cafe as well, like the little cannabis cafe place. And they were all in talks with the local police authority and the trading standards, saying we've got these products, this is what we're selling. It's just CBD, and they were compliant to everything. They got busted, didn't they? They got absolutely really
Raided.
gnarly, raided. Like they went to this woman's house, there were little kids there, like smashed the door down, and they're saying we've got this they're saying we've got this product, we're selling it, we want to do it right, we want to do it legit.
Wasn't even THC.
No, this is just CBD, and they got
Jesus
totally screwed.
Christ.
I'm not really sure what the outcome of that was in the end, but it's terrifying.
Of course it
you're
is.
trying to do something right in the right way, legitimately, and that's how you're treated.
It's also a pain in the
It's
arse.
terrifying.
You look around the world. You look at America, which is
Look at Amsterdam. It takes 40 minutes on a flight to get to Amsterdam. It's
ridiculous.
completely
You
different.
look
Yeah.
at Spain.
Yeah.
You look at Greece,
Portugal.
Italy now. It's all opening up, and we're still arguing about CBD. I'm sure.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny though, because
Yeah, mate.
even like the US, as much as California, THC was legal. I'm sure CBD was
In
illegal
certain-
still
in
for a
some
while.
in some other states. It's not California, but it was like in some Mormon state or something.
Okay.
Where they it was a bit strict.
So the THC was legal, but the CBD wasn't.
Yeah, there's a couple of states that I've heard
Interesting.
about that it's still now THC is legal and CBD isn't.
It's mad.
God knows why. You know what it is? It's just greed and money.
Of course it is. It's all
Yeah.
political.
Doing something somewhere.
Yeah.
It's never. Look at New York now.
Yeah, New York's just
it took the mayor to get caught with his pants down.
Yeah.
So the next day, weed's legal, but no, I was talking about the mayor.
Really?
You see that?
No, I didn't.
He literally got caught with another bird.
Right.
And 2 days
Wasn't it the
later,
governor, Cuomo?
Yeah, Cuomo. I love Cuomo.
Yeah.
He's going to be the president one day. He gets caught with a chick, having an affair, and boom, 2 days later, weed is legal. Recreationally in New York.
Wow.
Yeah. They have been legislating for it for a while. This is a question for both of you. Do you feel like it's going to be legalised here, and when do you think it will happen? What do you think the road looks like to that?
It's all this crap about number food. It feels like I've gone about, the road's got longer. Certainly feels that way.
Yeah.
But then meeting that guy the other day, that Drew is sharing guy, the YouTuber, meeting him and him pulling out a cannabis card and a bottle of medical weed and having green hair. Yeah. I was like, dude, we're close now then, surely, because that's the way America went. They went medical first,
legal,
abused the system, and they made it recreational.
I think they're just trying to figure out how they can cash in on it the most, aren't they? Really, that little percentile at the top.
Of course.
I don't know. I, in my opinion, I think the best we could hope for here, actually looking at the US, looking at California and whatever, I think the best we could hope for here is decriminalisation
and medical use. I mean, medical's good now. It's
medical's legal now.
Yeah, but.
It's still 500.
I mean, they can cards so that they're allowed and they're not, nicked for having product on them. But with regards to the medical cannabis and getting prescriptions, as much as they, end of 2018 they passed through that law, it was bullshit. Nobody was getting a prescription.
Yeah, but do you know why they are? Why they are now? Yeah. Because now
everyone's private.
And the doctors now are getting 500 quid, like consultancy fee.
I know.
It was 350 or 7 years. So you go to the doctor, you pay 350. He gives you a prescription.
Yeah, you have to pay every time you run a prescription.
Yeah, and
the consultation's like 2 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah, so now, but I know it's disgusting, but now though, money's come into play.
Yeah.
Right.
And doctors can make money by giving you a prescription.
Have you seen some of that weed they're getting? Have you seen the flowers? It's awful.
I bet it's
Have you
so
seen the
low
oils?
grade.
It's got like 5 milligrams of THC in the oil.
As well.
5 milligrams. What's that going to do?
Did you see where it's from? On the bottom it says made in Australia.
Oh my god, no.
I said you're sending bud from Australia.
That's insane.
What?
Sending bud
Aren't the UK one of the largest manufacturers of medical marijuana?
The UK is the biggest exporter of medical cannabis.
That's GDC Pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
That's them. But
biggest drug dealers on the planet.
100%, but it's not legal here.
£800 million a year turnover.
Yeah.
Not bad, is it?
It's the same guys as British Sugar, isn't it?
And it's the same, what's the name on the board now? Theresa May's husband.
There's another one of the Tory MP's husbands on there too, Yeah,
so they're controlling all that shit.
Of course
they ain't going to let us little weed heads fucking make any dollar. You off your nut, man? I bet you stay there and burn and watch EastEnders, fucker.
Innit? Don't have no thoughts. No thought,
No, but that's what they're thinking.
100%.
No, man, we will rise.
Absolutely.
Take them out. We've got to do something.
Exactly.
You've got to do something. I'm just waiting to get nicked so I can go off.
Yeah.
Tie myself to the Houses of Parliament. Fucking butt up my arse. You know what I mean, though, dude? I've got to do something to get in faith, dude. Big weed leaf up my arse, dude. Go.
Stem coming out.
Chocolate.
Yeah. No, so I was just going to ask as well, like, so in regards to the products that you currently do. So I saw the chocolate on the spoon, and that's for the hot chocolate. Yeah, what else do you do?
Oh, I've got so much in the pipeline, like waiting to release. Yeah,
I can imagine it's good.
Lots of healthy goodies and treats. So just, I guess, watch this. I don't know. Shall I watch this space? Definitely the ice cream. I've already mentioned the ice cream, so that's going to be a big deal, I think.
And are you combining on any products, Woodies and HEMPRESS getting together? Yeah. Is that all still? Is that secret as well?
No, it's not
Tell
really.
us.
We can tell you.
Yeah, talk to us.
So I saw the chocolates. I was like, oh my god, the most incredible chocolates ever. I held it in my hand for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
In the sauna. In the sauna. And it didn't melt.
It's Queen of Tempering.
It still didn't melt. I took it to bed, but the wife wouldn't. No, so we had so straight away I was like, dude, I need to. And then can you make me some chocolate? I didn't know whether she did or not. So I asked if she could make me some Woodies Stirrers. I think also the concept behind it is it fits. Because also I get a lot of people that they don't like the oil in the mouth. They don't want to vape. The kombuchas help with it quite a bit. But to have a little hot chocolate before bed, cupping, you know,
That's it, yeah.
and just having a hot chocolate anyway
is relaxing in
This
itself.
is why I do
so
what
a
I
bit of
do.
CBD,
Because,
yeah.
you know, so many people have so many like health issues and problems.
it's a wonderful
and you don't want to
lifestyle
be
thing.
popping pills and shit all the
No,
time.
dude.
You know,
It's
get
a
a nice
lifestyle.
treat. You know.
It's a right treat. Sit there, I burn my chocolate, my EastEnders, burn. I even watch EastEnders. Love Island.
That's twice you brought it up.
Yeah,
Did you
I know,
like it?
EastEnders doesn't mind, dude. But no, it's just the whole thing. Just before bed, a nice CBD chocolate. I mean, there's all sorts. It's a hot chocolate, and for me to have that for Woodies was great.
Yeah.
So I can already see the Instagram pictures in my head already. I'm already taking them like mint glove next to the hot chocolate stir or something.
Amazing.
Maybe not mint glove, but I see a woolly carpet somewhere and a Woody's candle.
Oh, I think you said mint. You said mink, didn't
Mink.
you? I think you said mint. I was thinking I want some mint-coloured food-safe gloves. Mink.
Get the mint glove out.
Jeez. I want a mint glove, maybe, not mink.
So I'm doing that.
Hemp
and,
rug, yeah.
That is going to be our first collaboration. But I hope to do many more. I mean, I'm really into mushrooms. Normal mushrooms, the reishi, the light. So I'd love to be able
Me
to
too,
do
yeah.
some chocolate mushroom ranges with no CBD, so no novel food problem.
No novel food problem yet.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
yet.
no, they'll come off.
Yeah,
Mushrooms
yeah,
next, won't they? Of course they will. Take my shiitake off the shelves.
No. What's going on with the world? Come on.
It is crazy. The annoying thing is, I've always thought this as well, is the fact that, so let's say, you know, your grandma or one of your grandparents or whatever has, you know, glaucoma or a condition. The fact that you're born in one country that's separated by borders anyway, you can't get it here, but someone born in another country is going to have a better health because it's legal there. That's the bit that's annoying. We spoke about earlier the fact that the most frustrating thing is the fact that it's not as if people are calling you about pain and there's nothing you can do. There's something you can do, but the government is stopping it from happening. That's the most frustrating bit.
I mean, I've been working in America with you people, and it's fantastic what you can do when you can play with CBN.
Yeah.
And you can give it to people. You can, you know, I'll try this and do that polymeninja and fibromyalgia and migraines and, you know, all sorts of different ailments that you can help with. And I talk to people every day, and it's tough. You know, it's tough. Do you want me to break? Do I have to break the law to help you? You know, you feel like you want to do that a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know, I know you can't do it when you've got brands like ours and stuff, and you know, because you get in trouble. You get in trouble. They shut you down, I guess. But it's unfortunate because I could help so many people.
Yeah.
I could help so many people if I could use THC.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
But you know, the plant is such an amazing thing.
It's a miracle
and
plant.
You know, the terpenes, you've got to dissect it a bit. You've got a sort of broad spectrum off. You know, you're stuck with broad spectrum because you have to take. So but you can use the benefit. You use your terpenes. You can use your, you know, different parts of the CBD. You can flavonoids.
Yeah.
There's other things. You can other benefits. You can
Definitely.
get. Just not pain. You just can't cure pain with it, unfortunately.
So
A little bit, you know, you've got some pain relief and it's a great anti-inflammatory.
Little pain.
This like body pain and stuff, and definitely with topicals as well. Like anything that stems from a neurological condition, you need the THC. It's the cannabinoid that's going to break through the blood-brain barrier. Anyone with MS, fibromyalgia, epilepsy, some strains of epilepsy, THC is the one that's going to help.
Frustrating.
But as we know, CBD is like a powerful like antispasmodic as well. So stuff like epilepsy, and I'm doing restless leg syndrome.
Your leg now, talking about it, yeah.
It's a Boston CBD.
Yeah, I know. Have a bit of this. Little vape here.
You get the vape pen.
Yeah, some Granddaddy Perps taps.
So
Perps is a great pain one.
All this knowledge that you've got, is this something that you've just accumulated over time? Have you studied? What's your sort of background in regards to the science behind it all?
I guess it's just something I've been really passionate about, and as soon as I got a little whisper of what it was about, you know, that was it. That was my mission. I was obsessed.
When was your first joint?
Oh God, I was but a child.
Tell us how the first spliff came about.
Oh my gosh, it was some dutty hash.
Nice.
One of those classic ones, bits of Tesco carrier bag packed in there somewhere.
Do you remember that?
Sat by some garage,
yeah.
Oh my
God.
God. I think the first time I smoked a joint, I was like, this isn't doing anything. Got home and ate like a loaf of bread or something, just like munched out hard. It was awful. I loved it though, but it was awful.
I smoked loads of it.
Me too.
For years.
Same.
For years and years.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all sorts of.
It was definitely a rocky road.
You'd be burning it, and suddenly you'll see this bit of Tesco bag in there.
That's so just
and then
horrible.
you start melting the plastic and start melting into the joint and that.
So like hot rocks as well. Remember, every bit of clothes I had was covered in hot rocks.
I've got an sofa upstairs. I've still got it from this hot rocks all over the
Beautiful.
Beautiful. But now we take it more civilised ways.
Yeah, of course. We've evolved. Yeah, we've evolved.
That's the whole point. We're going with the time. They say now that edibles are, I think, the most popular way to take cannabis in the world. Number one way, based on basically America, including.
Yeah. Of course.
So more people are taking edibles than smoking weed.
It's longer lasting as well, and you get that full body high, full body effect.
More of a hallucinogenic, isn't it? Yeah.
You're in for the ride, though. That shit ain't coming out.
You
take one of them, dude.
Yeah.
Cut the ties. I've started coming. It's come on a bit strong. I've had to go to the kitchen, man.
Get some
cold water in there. Some orange juice. Fuck, you're there for the ride.
Yeah. Everything in what we spoke about moderation, didn't we? Just kind of baby steps getting into it.
Go low and go slow. That's what we say.
Well, there's a difference between scratching your ass and tearing it to pieces.
Yes, there is. Said like a poet. Is that Shakespeare?
No, that's Keith Richards. So he said to me, dude, he goes, there's a difference between scratching your ass and tearing it to pieces.
Yeah.
I think when you get it,
it's a great quote. I'm into it.
It's a bit hypocritical though, coming from me.
Coming from me.
So the needle coming out of his arm. There's a difference.
Oh, amazing. Brilliant. Well, Jade, can you just tell everybody where they can find you and your Insta and that kind of stuff? And,
yes.
Tell people how to get hold of you.
So our Instagram is HEMPRESS Rising. We're working on the website right now. It's hempressrising.com. Check out Woodies' website. We're going to have loads of products on there too.
Amazing.
We do a few bits with the other side dispensary in Portobello Road. Hello Love in Holborn. They're an anti-cancer, non-toxic living charity. They do a little brand called Carbon Fresh. So check out Carbon Fresh, Hello Love, and the Hello Beautiful Foundation. CBD Ethics in Brighton, they stock a few of our products, and the Cupboard in Chesham, beautiful little grassroots business there. They've got all, it's great, they've got all the great hempy products. Get some Woodies down there, definitely. 100.
Great. Yeah. All right, fantastic. Thanks so much for popping in. Obviously, we'll put all of the Instas and stuff on the show notes and that kind of stuff.
Definitely look her up. She's amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Well, thanks very much for coming down today.
Thanks
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it.
It's been great.
You can check out the YouTube where we'll be doing some showcasing of your skills. Hopefully, we'll go and do that now. Lovely.
What about sexual chocolate?
You know,
Come on,
I've thought about it. Yeah, let's do it.
Chocolate opening and shit.
All right. Let's let the listeners go. We'll catch up.
With milk over my head and shit.
Yeah, why not? I think you're talking about like a chocolate body paint.
Right, thanks
everyone. I'm into it.
We'll catch you next week. Thank you.